So I thought we had a great week. We had an okay week. I guess there was some ups and some real downs. But the babies always bring me out of a funk. And, truthfully speaking, I needed that. So March 20th, we had 9 sets. I gave you my top 10 list for that particular day. I'm going to give you my top 10 list overall. These are what I think. There may be some horses missing, and there's at least one horse that I can tell you right now, you have a fair argument, maybe all things considered doesn't belong on this list. But I put him on because I'm extrapolating what I'm looking at every day, and I'll give you the horses. No, I'm not going to give you. I'm not going to ruin it. I'm going to give you my top 10 list, top 10 horses in the barn. I feel are the top 10 horses in the barn right now. Number 10, Miss Mildred. I think Miss Mildred is a very nice filly that as she starts to bulk up, put muscle on, put weight on, oh man, and she eats good, so it should be something we can do. She is such a competitor on the track, but she's learning to sit now. James sat back with her, sat, and just let her pace down the lane. He said, yeah, she can pace fast. He said, I really like this filly. Now, it's a little early. It's the first time James has gone, but I think maybe the second. So he doesn't want to give any huge predictions of Miss Mildred, but she did everything we asked her to do yesterday. I saw all I needed to see last week when she beat everybody in the pacing side. We put her in a little bit easier yesterday, and she looked very, very good. Miss Mildred, again, this is what I've seen up to date, and then what I believe I can see, I can extrapolate, project. Some of the horses on here, at least one for sure, is a massive projection, whereas a lot of them have already done a lot. Maybe what I'm telling you, you may not agree, but you can substantiate it by videos in the past, or at least commentary videos. So number 10, Miss Mildred. Number 9, Of Tom. You know how much I love Of Tom, and she comes in at number 9, so you can only imagine how difficult it was for me to make this list. She really should be ahead of, at least, she really should be number 7, but I brought her in at number 9. I think she'll stay on everybody's list for a while, but Of Tom certainly looked great yesterday and has looked great for quite a while, has shown a lot of talent. If you go way back to the first day we put a harness on her, we made a video of her jogging. The first day she ever had a harness on her back, she jogged, and John Evans and I were sitting there watching her jog. He was doing the video, and from that day, the first strides on the track, you could tell that she had a lot going on, that she was a talented filly. I hope she has a big year. I really like this filly. Number 8, here's the sticker, 3 Point Blue Chip. He hasn't proven that he's better than a lot of these horses. If I didn't tell you who they were by, who they were out of, what they cost, anything about them, no background story, just 1 through 47, he would not be on the top 10. So I am cheating a bit in the sense that he should have shown more by now. Looked good yesterday, looked good on Wednesday. That's only 2 trips he strung together where he didn't make a break or act up. But they were 2 good miles. He was good yesterday. When I watched James go by me, I could tell. I said it on the video, in between the commentary videos I do in between the sets in real time on the day. You could see when James went by me, his hobbles were tight. He had so much weight on him. He couldn't help but be tired. Shed the weight, shed the hobbles, and hope that he finds his best stride, much like Sweet on Pete has been doing over the last 2 or 3 weeks. So 3 Point Blue Chip, I get a lot of hope and a lot of expectations for this guy. I like what I saw yesterday. I want to see him build on that, and I think he will. Number 7, Luck of the Dragon. Still a long way to July, but this guy was our pick for the Next Generation Colt side. He looked very good training, many sets. Yesterday did his work well. I've said it before, if you're on the front coming out of the last turn and we're going a big clip at Tamiko, it's really hard to overtake horses, and Luck of the Dragon finished up very well, as he always does, and did his work well. He was on the front on Wednesday and beat us up pretty good. He was first over the week before that in the drone, I think, and beat us up pretty good again. This horse has been a good horse for us and continues to train down well. Now, top 6, maybe some scrambling, but I think these are our 6 best horses right now. I know Jimmy yesterday put Unbeatable Kemp on his list. And obviously that I just said that. I don't have him on my list. Not that I don't think he is. He could be. I could give you a top 25. And any one of those 25 could jump huge numbers at any given time. But for right now, I think aside, you can make an argument for 3 Point Blue Chip not to be on the list. Okay, I'll accept that. But everybody else certainly belongs on here. And these next 6, I guarantee you, belong on here. Number 6, Spent. Now, you know how I feel of Spent and what I've been talking about for him for a while. He comes in at number 6. Actually, both our remaining Indiana breds have come in on the top 6. It's not shocking. I gave you pretty lofty predictions of Massive Profit last week, and I'll tell you right now, they come in at 5 and 6. I think Massive Profit and Spent are two of our better horses. They're both Indiana bred trotting colts. Both of them look good. They're geldings now. Both of them look very, very good. Both of them been training well. And I don't know, I guess just personal preference brought Massive Profit in at 5 and Spent at 6. But Spent beat Massive Profit fair and square yesterday. So both of these colts, I think, have bright futures ahead of them. Both of them been training good. Both of them look great. They come in at number 6, Massive Profit number 5. We'll jump up to number 4. Now, we have a PA bred, a New York bred, and 2 Ohio breds. PA, New York, and 2 Ohio breds. In our top, I'm just looking. Oh, yeah, there. We do have one. Number 4, Voyage of Ice and Fire. I've talked about this horse for months and months and months and months and months. I think this is one of our better horses. He is a straight-up powerhouse. I really, really like everything he does. His only fault is he shies away from things easily, right? And that's just him being tender, him being just mentally immature on the track. Like yesterday, you see him make a break before we started our mile. He shied away from James's whip. James's whip was 4 feet away from the horse. So I told everybody, make sure you jog him in an open bridle. He's a big boy now. He's going to have to go out and see everything every day for him to get used to what he sees on the track when he's training and then when he's racing. So, Voyage of Ice and Fire, you find it hard. I don't think you're going to be able to make an argument to knock him out of the top 3, 4, 5. Voyage of Ice and Fire is a legit good horse for us. He comes in at number 4. Number 3, Eyes of 10. It was tough, but I think these top 2 are the top 2. Eyes of 10 is incredibly good. I love everything about her. She looked like she was on fire yesterday. When she trains with intensity, and I love that. All 3 of these horses train with incredible intensity. Number 1, 2, and 3, all trotting fillies, all 3 jurisdictions, PA, New York, and Ohio. I let the cat out of the bag a little bit. You know where I'm going with number 2. But number 3, Eyes of 10, looked awesome yesterday and continues to look very good on the track. Number 2, Bomb Hugger. I told you guys I thought she was their best horse, but then I contradicted my horse self and come out and said that Will to Win Hanover was my number 1 horse overall. I did that 2 weeks ago. Still the same. Flip-flop. Bomb Hugger, I think, is an extremely good filly. That's going to do very well in New York. I think she's going to do very well for our clients. I think she's going to do very well for the stable. But Will to Win Hanover just has that something. There's just something about that filly that is not normal, is not average, is not, geez, this is a nice horse. It's something more than that. For me, anyway, what I see is a horse with a wealth of talent, just an incredibly competitive spirit, and is now putting it all together. And I continue to say it. I'm not shy about saying it. I believe James has done a great job with this filly. Really like what I see from him and from her. And I truly believe that Will to Win Hanover is the best horse we have. Maybe the best horse we've had for a while. So Will to Win Hanover, number 1. I'll run through them again. Sure, I might be wrong. There might be other horses that belong on here. You know, you got Unbeatable Kemp, who Jimmy has said is his number 1 pick of everyone in the barn. I didn't put him on my list. Jimmy's number 1 pick. So it's very subjective. I can see why you guys like these different views. So I'm going to go 10-1. Miss Mildred, number 10. Of Tom, number 9. 3 Point Blue Chip, number 8. Luck of the Dragon, number 7. Spent, Massive Profit, 6 and 5. Those are our Indiana bred colts. Ohio takes up 2 of the top 4. And at number 4, Voyage of Ice and Fire. Number 3, Eyes of 10. We go to New York, Bomb Hugger, number 2. Pennsylvania, number 1 overall. Will to Win Hanover. So that is my top 10 list overall. Obviously, this week played a role in me making that list, but that is not just from the past and the present, but the future also. 3 Point Blue Chip has not done enough to date to get into this top 10 list. He just has not. But I can see how he could get there quite easily. There's a path for him to be the horse we want and need him to be. I see it now forming, and I hope he builds on that path. Anyway, that's my list. Jimmy's is done. We'll be back tomorrow with Johnny, Mario, James, and Brody. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Take care.